Well, we've had a fantastic week in Morzine, seeing our daughter Rhiannon. It's been absolutely wonderful. We're now off to Annecy, and at the moment the weather has changed slightly. Been a few thundery showers, but up until now the weather's been absolutely amazing, so we've been very, very lucky. So we've been searching campsites on various apps, and we found one that looks potentially pretty good, and it's near the lake, so we're going to head for that now, and we'll keep you updated, and hopefully there'll be some more lovely scenery on the way as well.
Just while I'm knocking off the gas before we head off to Annecy, I thought I'd just show you where when we got back from Tunnel Station yesterday. The air is further down the high street there, and this was another car park that was marked as free for camper vans, camping cars, and you can see how big it is. Absolutely enormous place. There's a little barrier there which controls that little bit, the other side of the wooden things there. But then all of this, where you see that caravan and the section we're in, the whole lot, is all for camping cars or mohos. So yeah, much bigger and actually easier when you've got something a bit longer than the spaces on that marked air de camping that we were in before. So yeah, just another alternative if you're coming up this way. And another free overnighter. That was fantastic.
Peggy on tour next to Annecy and the big massive lake. It is amazing. What a fabulous morning. We're coming out this morning because it's going to be raining this afternoon, and we wanted to get a bit of footage, and we wanted to have a good look round whilst it's sunny. But it is stunning here, absolutely stunning.
Well, what a fab bit of footage Nikki got you there of that run-in on Peggy the Scoot. So we've abandoned Peggy the Scoot there. Perfect having it. Imagine trying to abandon a motorhome round here. It would have been a bit more challenging. Right, so we're going in search of some of Annecy Old Town, which we've heard a lot about. Looking forward to seeing that. Incidentally, the cycling, there's a dedicated cycle lane all the way around Lake Annecy. It's amazing. Or if it's not on the side, then it's a very clearly marked, bit like this in front of us here. Very clearly marked cycleways. If there are the odd occasions where the route round the lake meets with the road. So excellent, and hire bikes I think galore here. So if you fancied, didn't bring your own and fancy getting around the lake, then it looks like the perfect way to do it. All properly bollarded off as well. Yeah, really look after cyclists here, which is lovely to see. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Gosh, such a pretty part of France. Well, it's just loads of pretty parts of France, but this is just yet another one. Lovely. Still such a lovely, lovely watercolour as well. That turquoisey colour as it comes off the mountains. They show you how clear it is as well. There you go. You can see the steps going down into the water there. Lovely and clear. Haven't seen anything. No shopping trolleys floating in it either. Not yet, anyway. Fabulous. What a beautiful building. Flowers adorned. The Palais de Lille is this bit here. Amazingly clear water. Don't think you'd be short of a place to grab a coffee here, would you? Or a morning snack. What is it? We are, yeah, about 10:45. Getting to that time of day, isn't it, folks?
Look at these ducks.
I know, aren't they cute?
Family of mallards.
Yeah, youngsters are getting rid of their down.
They're enjoying the stream.
Yeah. Paddle along to stay still. Such memories of Venice as well, isn't it? I really like it. Some age in them there walls. And the old meets the sort of newer flats down there. Houses. certainly preserved it really well. And of course always with that stunning backdrop of those mountains, which you can go on a tandem paraglide if you want to off the top of those. A bit further down the lake there were absolutely loads of them, as you might have seen as we were scooting along the bank there. If Nikki got any of them on camera, there were loads in the sky. Lovely design on the florist van. Atelier du Fleuriste. Very pretty. The aces there as well. Lovely. Town centre shop. And there's a bit more of that new meets old. Lovely old buildings, aren't they? And of course DPD, get everywhere. Now Nikki was wondering whether we could perhaps fit that chair into her passenger seat in the Moho. Might be able to do a bit of conversion on it. Don't know whether it would rotate though once we'd fitted it. So we found not only an ice cream place, but it was also a gluten-free crepe.
I'm so impressed.
Gluten-free crepes.
I love crepes and I and I never thought I'd find a gluten-free one in France.
No.
Amazing.
What a result. Coffee, ice creams, crepes, we've got the lot. Yum. Well, you know, it had to be, didn't it?
I think I've got a problem.
Yeah, and I always have to sample just to make sure that the quality's okay for Nikki, so purely for health reasons, of course, I have to test it. You've just had your ice cream, look. Nikki's just seen this lot as well. Wow, look at that.
Fabulous displays.
Isn't it? Just so beautifully done. So we just walked back out of that lovely older part of the town and heading towards the lake itself. Lots of boats that you can jump on for pleasure trips here. Can't believe there was a forecast of showers later, but one or two clouds bubbling up, so won't stay out on Peggy too long. Hire bikes there. £1.50 for the first, €1.50 for the first hour. That seems very reasonable. Well, it's just the framed so beautifully, the lake by the mountains. Little boats there, €20 for an hour if you want to potter out in one of those, do the work yourself. Lovely, and there's that Really good example of the cycle track, which seemed to go an awful long way around the lake. I don't know what the perimeter of the lake is. I'll stick it up on the screen if I can find it, but it would be a pretty good cycle, I reckon, doing the full tour of the full way around. There we go, worked our way all the way back round. Bridge in front was where we started. Peggy's over there somewhere. Just so clear and clean. Lovely. Right, so it's time to go and unlock Peggy.
Do a bit more exploring?
Yes, a bit more exploring. We came up the eastern side of the lake, so and came down the western side of the lake in the rain yesterday as we were getting towards our campsite late on, about 7 p.m. So going to go and have a look at it in the sun before those clouds bubble up too much. There she is. And of course the useful thing is my helmet's in there, and my coat and my jacket under the seat. Nikki's helmet goes in there, and her jacket. She took it because it was a tiny bit chilly when we got here, albeit definitely not now. But both jackets would go in there, and then 2 helmets under there. So it has been great for going from motorbike mode into stroll around mode. Well, what an amazing time round Annecy. This is where we are, Camping Le Taillefer, and I signed into the €5 for the electric purely because, as you can see, we were under the trees, and I thought, well, it might be a bit sheltered for the solar, but actually it wasn't. So the solar was working fine. So we did a night of electric anyway, saved a bit of gas. Which I'm still on the 6 kilo bottle for, which is great. Coming up to not far off, a couple of days off, 2 weeks now, with just the first 6 kilo bottle. Considering we've done 10 or more days off grid, that's pretty good for a 6 kilo. Pleased with that. So anyway, let's give you a quick look around here. We're heading off tomorrow. Back towards Chamonix area. Going to do a bit of have a view of a car for my eldest daughter over here, see if it's any good. But anyway, let's show you a little bit of the site so you know what this one's like. Very nice it is too. Bit farmy, got a bit of a farm vibe going on. I'd imagine days gone by it was probably an old farmhouse. It's a lovely old building, the main building, but it's sort of stepped down, as you can see. There's some mobile homes below us, cabin type things, you know. There's the little shelves and terraces ready for camping, and then up this way is one of the exits. Lovely setting though, so if you got us geographically on the map, we're sort of at the bottom end of Annecy, so in the sort of southwest corner of Lake Annecy, in a tiny little hamlet of a settlement. There we go, that's the name of it, and a very quiet little village. Okay for our 7.5 plus the trailer to get up here. Some windish road in places, but it was all right. And this is the old this is the owner's sort of complex here, so it does look like it's in its day was a lovely old farmhouse. And there's the little reception area where I've just paid. It was €19 for the night. What's that, about 16-17 quid? Little table, tennis table, absolutely lovely. You'll probably see we might be able to see a tiny bit of rain, a little bit of rain coming in from the mountains. We managed to avoid that this morning when we were out on Peggy, which was why we got up early, just in case this happened. But it's still very warm rain, that's for sure. Still sort of early 20s, I should think, mid-20s. Weird to see snow up there when it still is so warm. And this is the entrance we came in yesterday. Really good sized pitches actually. We're on grass, as you saw there. But as you know, with the little trailer on, we're about 9 metres, and just in there, that's the shower blocks. Gents and ladies, showers are all right, nice and warm. Obviously, not brand new, quite dated looking, but they're all functional, all work. The electric is only 6 amp, but that's fine. As long as you don't fire up everything at once, it's fine. So it runs the induction hob in the van. It obviously runs a hairdryer and stuff like that. So as long as you don't put them all on together, you'll be fine. Let me just nip down the fence here. That's the little mobile homes below. The lake is just literally over that. Can't quite see it, but there must be very close to a view of the lake. Can't quite see it there. If the drone was just over the top of those trees, you would most definitely see the lake. So it's a really nice spot, and the sky's been absolutely full of parasenders today. They've been everywhere, and you can see why. What a lovely spot. But yeah, these are all they'll obviously be packed out, I'm sure, in another few weeks when the French holidays start, but very good sized pitches, so I didn't even have to unhitch. She was quite happy for us to leave the trailer on. Bit of a lift at the front, and job's done. In fact, if it was 30-35, Danny, you'd probably be very glad of the trees. The only downside of these, though, you know what's coming, don't you? The only downside, it's a sycamore. We've all had those sticky bits. Sycamore sap. You can only imagine what my roof's like. God, the bloody jobs I put myself through. Still, that's going to have to wait a while. So, that is Camping Le Taillefer. Off in the morning.
Well, it's been a great stay at Camping Le Taillefer.
Has, yeah. Very nice little place for a couple of nights, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's fantastic walking around here.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got a car, then walking is brilliant. And I do believe if you get down to the main road, there are buses.
Yes, there are. Yeah, buses into Annecy, or of course in the opposite direction if you want to start off point for a walk. But 50 odd K around the lake. Yeah. So that would be a walk if you wanted to take that on,
or there's a fantastic cycle path all the way around if you've got a bike. Yeah. And there's loads. There seems to be loads of organised activities, from parascending, paragliding, boats, all sorts.
You name it.
Yeah, you name it, they have it here. Our campsite was very quiet, in amongst the trees. Can't quite see the lake from where we are, but it's a lovely aspect because you're looking down into the valley where the lake actually is. Yeah. And it's just very quiet, very pleasant. Awesome. Being an ice cream connoisseur, as I am, you do have to try the ice cream in Annecy. Honestly, it is the best I've ever had. Seriously. I mean, I know they say that when I go to every single place and have some ice cream, but I really mean it this time. It's fab.
Ice creams of Europe. You've heard it here. Yeah. Good to have you along, guys, and look out for the next episode of our travels.
Absolutely, yeah.
See you again very soon.
Bye.
Bye.